Alright, welcome to episode 23. Probably be a shorter episode this time. I'm doing a lot of work on the map and on the server. Excuse me. So, here we are. This is actually on the server. I've opened it up to ops so far, and we're getting it ready for everyone else, basically. And essentially what I've done, I've taken some of the things from the old server map and I've copy and pasted it into this map. I tried to save all the big stuff. Of course, there was so much stuff I couldn't save it all, nor would I want to. A lot of it was just like random shit and penises and stuff. So that didn't get saved. But the really big stuff I saved, and yeah, this is pretty much going to be it. So Sasan and I were working on the spawn area. So we have a nice spawn going. You're going to spawn right in this area here, between these fences, and you can see the city over there. You can see the Church of Draco, which I moved. And over here is Bob Dole's Soup Kitchen. Sasan went fucking nuts with the flowers and the girly shit, but that's okay. Looks nice. Down here is the wheat farm. Working pretty well so far. Yep. Not really the most efficient farm ever, but I really wasn't going for that. It looks nice and it works, so that's good enough. Up here will be the tables and chairs with dispensers and chests and that kind of shit. And we have the tree farm that will be up here. Okay, so that's more or less how that's going to look. And it's the Bob Dole Memorial Soup Kitchen. Even though he's not dead. Or is he dead? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. Okay, so here's the spawn area, this stone platform. I've knocked out these mountains that were here and here using World Edit to clear the way for more stuff that we'll probably have eventually in the spawn area. I've knocked down that mountain over there, knocked this back, and I pasted this in. This used to be behind that mountain over here. This is now in front. It's the Church of Draco. You've seen this in a previous episode. It's quite cool. So that's going to be here. Yeah, it looks nice. I might actually move it back a little bit further. I'm not sure. But anyway, for those of you who made stuff that I saved and copied over, the borders of where they meet like the ground are not going to be quite right, as you can see. It was really difficult to transfer over, so I did my best. But as you can see, there's going to be a little bit of work to do in terms of, you know, fixing things like this, that kind of thing. So yeah, but I leave that to you to fix. Doing it like 100% accurately would have taken days, so did my best and did a pretty good job. So let's go around and see all the stuff I saved. I saved about 7 or 8 projects from the old server, and they're not all in the same place they were. For a couple reasons. Number one, I wanted to move some, and number two, the terrain is now different a little bit in some certain places because I regen the chunks. Oh, and here's the floating island thing that I saved. Very cool. I think I made it too high, and I probably have it facing the wrong way, but whatever. We can always fix that later. Still looks very cool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the terrain is different in some places. We now have an ocean, which is really cool. We also have a really big lake, not near spawn, but close to spawn, which is awesome. So we have those 2 new biomes that we really didn't have before. And also, we have a huge snow biome, which is great. So we have a lot more diversity in terms of stuff, which is really quite awesome. A little bit of lag here. Wait for this stuff to generate. So yeah, what else do we got? The city's over here, of course. Everything's just fine. Yep, no changes there. It's just the city from this map is current as of my last episode, so everything I've done in the series will be on this final map, and now I'm transitioning. All the work going forward that I do will be multiplayer, so everything we do to the city and the map from now on will be final, which is really great. Oh, I copied over the dome, of course, because this thing is really cool. I have to knock out this this wool part. But the dome came out pretty nice actually. It sort of fit somewhat well. There's still a little bit of a few errors around the outside, but it's okay. And we have cows living inside as well. But yeah, quite cool. Save that area. One thing I do have to do is go around and anti-grief all these areas. I haven't done that yet. I actually just finished deleting all the old regions that no longer exist. So over here some of the terrain changed. This is now like a really big lake. It was a smaller lake before, which is great. And here's like Hero Sheep that like no longer wants to live his life, and he's contemplating suicide. And let's see. Oh, we now have NPC villagers. Not that that really matters at all because they're shit, but we do have them. I regen the chunks, so now the villages actually, I guess, work, if that's the way you want to put it. So now you can see this lake is a lot bigger than it used to be. It used to be a very small lake. And we have an ocean biome in that direction, pretty far in that direction, which is quite cool. Now, what else do we got? I saved a couple of things over here. I saved this. I don't know who made this. This thing here. There's probably a sign on it or something, but I saved it. Any signs? The saloon. Okay. Well, there was also like a walled city that was over here in this area. It was walled around an NPC village. But as you can see, there's no longer an NPC village here. It's changed positions, so I didn't even bother saving the walls. It would have been a major issue. So the hell with that. But I saved this part. And I also the snow biome goes on forever in that direction, which is nice. And I saved some stuff over here somewhere. Here we go. I don't know who made this, but I saved it. It was really good. No idea who made all this stuff. As you can see, the borders are still not right, but again, I'll leave that to you guys to fix your own stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then there was something else over here in this area somewhere. Where is it? Where the hell is... Let me find it. Oh, so what actually I showed you was that's what I was thinking of. So I already showed you what I was trying to find, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is like a small ocean area that's beyond where we just were. Very, very cool. There's also a bigger ocean around here somewhere. I realized all the rendering lag was actually because of Fraps recording. It actually renders a lot faster when I'm not recording. So yeah, we have this big, big oceanish, islandish kind of thing. Very, very cool. We can build ships here and stuff like that. And in that lake, back towards spawn that we looked at earlier, yeah, Christina and I came up with a really good idea for that. We're going to build like a city on stilts in that lake. If you ever heard of, you know, The Hobbit, like the Lord of the Rings prequel, if you want to call it that, they had something called Lake Town, which was a city literally built on a lake. So that sounds like a really cool idea. So that's definitely what we're going to do there. Plus a lot of other random shit. But that's cool. So I'm going to show you some of the other stuff I saved. So back here behind the city, I saved someone's redstone stuff. It looked really complex. I think this is actually I forget whose this is, but I saved that because it was easy to do. It was all in a line. So this is the snow biome that goes on forever in that direction. You have a frozen lake that goes into the ocean. Very cool. And back here, like pretty far away, Mr. Fig was building his estate, so I managed to save that, which is really quite impressive. And there's a cow on top of the tree. Hey, Mr. Cow. Oh, I missed. What? Is that a new change? Or is this bucket like messed up? Okay, it must be the tree. Okay, so yeah, where was I? Yeah, we're going to find Mr. Fig's estate. Here's another part of the snow biome. Like, the snow biome's huge. It's really, really big. And it goes around like a circle. Anyway, let's continue on, and here it is. Okay. So here's the estate. Give it a second to load. It's quite impressive, actually. I don't know how many hours he put into this, but I managed to save just about all of it. Some of it actually ended up in stone. That's okay. We can fix that later. Here's that big dragon he was building out front. Very cool. It's not quite in the same place that it used to be because the terrain had changed, so I had to move it around a little bit. So it's actually right next to a desert and a lake and a forest over there. Alright. So the borders don't look quite right because it was really difficult to get. I'm literally just taking stuff from a different map and pasting it in. So I have to like build stone underneath and do all this weird shit to sort of even it out. But like I said, I'll leave that to you guys to fix your own stuff. Did my best trying to transfer this stuff over. That's more or less what I've done. I've transferred those 5 or 6 things over. The really big stuff, the pixel art and stuff, no way. Don't even ask me to save that, because I'm not. And all the other stuff was fairly quick stuff that can be rebuilt in a short amount of time for the most part. And the rest of the stuff I didn't save because it just really wasn't easy to save. And as you can see, we now have these stupid villagers. What's up? Yeah, so a lot of the stuff I didn't save. It didn't make sense to save. It would have taken just too long to deal with it because a lot of it was like stuck inside of a mountain, and I had to move the mountain, and then you have to clear land. It's a whole pain in the ass, but anyway, so I've saved a whole bunch of stuff, the best stuff I think, and we're going to move forward from here. So yeah, this is how much I've gotten done so far. The map seems to be working fine. It's running on the new craft bucket build for Minecraft 1.0. I think it's build 1467. So I've heard it's a little buggy. It's definitely not release quality yet. I've heard especially with if people go to the end, it will crash the server, stuff like that. And I've heard experience orbs aren't working right. Stuff, you know, random shit like that. So I don't know. Of course, I won't release the server until we get a recommended build from them, so it'll probably take a few days, and that should hopefully clear up most, if not all, the bugs. But so far, I'm fairly impressed with the speed of how everything's going because, like, all my plugins work basically. You know, the backup plugin works, the World Guard works, World Edit works, but a couple of small issues. For instance, now when you have the World Guard axe or the World Edit axe, it breaks the block when you set positions. So there's slight bugs that have to be fixed, but everything seems to be working just fine. I'm sure we'll run into some bugs as we do some more testing, but for now I have to get everything grief protected, including the city, and I have to finish this spawn area and work a little bit inside the city. And I have to figure out, we have to build some place for people to live if they don't want to build their own house. So yeah, and I have to build the boundary lines for where people can build and where they can't build. So just for now, don't build from like this mountain down there. You can build over in that area, over on top of that mountain. So don't build like from here inside. So nothing in this area I'm flying over, nothing over here, nothing obviously in front of the city. If you want to build in the swamp, go ahead. You can build on those cliffs, that's fine. You can build over there. You can build, let's see, you can build over here in the swamp. You can build over here if you want. Building that forest down there. Let's see, where else can we build? anywhere around here basically. You can build behind these mountains. You can build over here in that area. You can build in the desert over there. I know you can't see it yet, but you will in a second. Yeah, you can build back here if you want. If you want to build a house. Anywhere around in this area is fine. And anywhere down there too. So basically not within a general radius of the city. So, and if you want to build, try not to build on these cliffs right here. I really don't want people building like right here or over there, you know, near the mob trap and near the city. We're gonna have, I didn't copy over the village, as I figured we might as well just redo it because it was a real pain in the ass to copy over. So we're gonna have the village here, the floating village. That'll look really cool, and we're just gonna rebuild that and redesign it. So yep, I think that's more or less it. There's not much else to say. Suicidal cow. Jump. Okay, that's more or less it. The city is, like I said, exactly the same as I left it in the last episode. No big changes really, except for a creeper inhabiting the storage room. Creeper explosions don't work, which is good. What's going on over here? Oh yeah, so you can see it's still a little bit buggy. That's Craft Bukkit for you. So still some minor bugs to be fixed. What is down here? Oh, that would be the XP farm. So you guys can use the XP farm if you want to grind XP. And I have my enchanting table over here. But everything will be set up for you guys when you join up. We're gonna have food and tools and basic starter necessities. Whoa, lag. And basic startup stuff in the soup kitchen area. So yep, that's more or less it for now. I have to get this whole area lit so we don't have these mobs everywhere. It's another thing to do. So yeah, that's what we got done so far. Alright, so in terms of a time frame, if I had to guess, I would say Bukkit will have its recommended build out in the next couple days. So if all the plugins and whatnot are still working when that happens, then we should probably have this server up and operational by the end of the week. So yeah, I wouldn't expect it to take too long. It's a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. So when the recommended build comes out and everything is ship shape, I'll open it up, put all the put the old whitelist back, and have everyone that's already whitelisted will be whitelisted again, if that makes sense. Right now only ops can get on. So I would expect that to happen this week, later this week. Now what else? I think this coming weekend is the Old Republic open beta weekend, if I remember. And Tornadium and I are probably going to live stream that if you guys are interested in watching. I gotta knock down this tree. But yeah, I'll probably be doing that. That's a great game. I'm really impressed with it. I got to play in the previous beta about a week or two ago, and that was really fun. Definitely a great game. And we're also making a guild for that game. If you're a serious player, send me a message about joining. But yeah, that's about it. So to recap, the server's only open to ops for now, but I hope in the next week or so we should have it open to everyone and we can start playing for real, for serious, and yeah. And then you can do whatever you want. Go build your own house, help me with the city, whatever. But that's it. It is survival, so everyone will be survival. Yep. I will see you guys next time. I'm going to continue working on this spawn area. I'm going to put the boundaries in so people know where and where they can't build. And also I'm going to get all the grief protection regions set and do some testing and make sure all the plugins work correctly as they should. I think that's about all I have to do. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.